It's probably been a while since COVID-19 has been top of mind, but I bet you've heard about it more recently in the past few weeks. Cases are on the rise in Vermont, and the state just hit another grim milestone. Even with that in mind, experts say they are not yet concerned about a possible surge in cases this fall and winter. ABC 22's Matt Holderman spoke with those health experts today about the latest COVID data, and Matt is in the newsroom tonight.
Yeah, Lauren, that's right. Well, as you mentioned, Vermont did just hit an unfortunate milestone. The Vermont Department of Health confirmed the state's 1,000th COVID-related death this past week, making this year's total 123. Now, the cold months are just around the corner, and experts do think cases will rise again, but they think we're better prepared for it this time around.
We've seen some uptick in the last couple of weeks.
3 months after the World Health Organization officially marked the end of the global COVID-19 emergency, new cases are slowly rising in Vermont once again. But right now, experts aren't jumping to sound the alarm.
We're well prepared for this year, and there's no indication at this point that there's any reason for concern or alarm.
Data from Vermont's Department of Health shows the state is currently going through its steepest increase in COVID hospitalizations since January, when overall numbers were quite a bit higher. From August 6th to 12th, 25 people with COVID-19 were admitted to hospitals statewide, and so far this month, 4 people who caught the virus have died.
I think it reminds us that we've been very seriously impacted by this. There are individuals who are at very serious risk of poor outcomes. There are individuals whose health is very negatively impacted by COVID still.
But even with those facts in mind, experts say everything is under control. They say COVID-19 is here to stay, so some cases will happen. But as long as there aren't any more major outbreaks like the ones we saw at the height of the pandemic, small and even regular-sized outbreaks are manageable.
While we think we'll probably see an uptick, I don't think it's anything that anyone is particularly concerned about at this stage. We know really how to manage these potential exposures.
We've learned a lot about what we can do to protect ourselves and each other from COVID-19, and that's going to continue to be the case when there's a new variant or a new season.
That being said, they still recommend the well-known preventative measures like hand washing and vaccinating to make sure average-sized outbreaks don't become extreme.
Many of us, myself included, have gotten away from that a little bit. Those are things that, again, we know are really effective, and we probably should resume using, especially in the height of cold and flu season.
The more we can do to protect folks, the better.
And Vermont's Department of Health will be releasing COVID data from August 13th to 19th tomorrow, so that should give us an even better idea about the severity of the current rise in cases and hospitalizations that the Department of Health is reporting. We'll be sure to keep an eye on those and give you any important updates if they come. But for now, live in the newsroom, Matt Holderman, ABC 22 News.